Getting a lot of hum because I'm sitting right on top of the amp, so that's what the hum's from, but it is noise canceling with both of them on. Just adjusted the bridge pickup up a little bit. Hey guys, so this is going to be my video review on this Squier Jaguar. It just came out, the Affinity series. You just seen and heard the sound sample of it. I can't really speak of that at the moment because I'm recording this before the sound sample. We got to do a quick setup on it just to make sure everything's going to be alright. So I briefly want to talk about this. So I'll start with a very quick funny story about this. I ended up, when I first seen this, I pre-ordered it from Sweetwater, because I always try to buy guitars from Sweetwater because they pack guitars absolutely amazing. And it was a pre-order, and it said it would be in September. I was fine with that, and had ordered it. Then something else came up, and I said, well, I'm just going to cancel it for right now. Then like a week later, I was like, man, I really like this guitar. There's something about the color of this Mystic Metallic Brown. It caught my eye. And a maple fingerboard, which used to be unheard of on a Jaguar. But so I ended up pre-ordering it again. Then kept doing research, trying to find some videos on it, which there was nothing. Still not much on it. Popped up on Fender's website, like their actual website, that said in stock with this color. Then I realized that some of the other places had the sunburst version of this, which also looks really nice, but I just really like this color. It's just something completely different than what most of my guitars are. So canceled the other order, bad as I hated to. I ordered it straight from Fender. It shipped all the way from California and just came in today. And it was shipped in your regular Fender box, no other packing provided, which is pretty much typical from anywhere else except Sweetwater. And I'm not affiliated with Sweetwater, or not, just a very happy customer of theirs. It's never had a problem from them. This neck's got amazing wood grain to it. Really nice. It's got the standard Squier keys, split shafts on it. The headstock is gloss, the rest of it is flat. It is a two-piece maple neck. You can see the fretboard there. It does have a walnut, more than likely walnut or Indian oil skunk stripe, or rosewood, whatever they're using on that part now. But this collar is absolutely amazing. And certain lights, it almost looks black, but you can tell it's not quite black because it just has a certain little sheen to it, I guess you could say. Now let's talk about the bad thing about this. Now this is an Affinity series. It's made in China. Most Affinities, as far as I remember, are made in Indonesia, which, you know, it's not that much of a difference as far as quality or anything goes. So there's probably two things that you've noticed on this that's not true to Jaguar designs. Number one is the pickups. These are actually Strat pickups. They don't have the metal claw that Jaguar pickups are known for. They do appear to be in the exact same location, so I figure the sound should be very similar, if not going to be such a drastic change in the sound because of the pickup design. I figure these are ceramic with the dual magnets, so that'll really thicken up the sound of it. And ordinarily it would have another metal control plate like this up here with the rocker switch, or slider switch rather, and then two roller switches for the switch between the rhythm and lead circuit. And it would normally have another control plate here with three slider switches, and the third switch is individual pickup switches, and the third switch is what was called a strangle switch, which is basically a bass cut switch. And this don't have this. This just has a standard three-way, and it's just a stripped down way of doing it, bare bones, or whatever you want to phrase it. So yeah, the electronics and everything is completely different. And before the end of the video, we're going to take the pick guard loose, not completely off, see how these pickups were made, and see if there's any routing up here to where we could eventually maybe change it to a regular Jaguar setup. So that there's only two videos at the time of making this. This is towards the end of July. I'm going to upload this as soon as I possibly can, along with my regular small engine video. But I wanted to really do a pretty thorough demo and review of this, and I'm really excited about this for some reason. I think it's just this color and the maple fingerboard, and this is a standard 24-inch scale that Jaguars are known for. So it's pretty true to its roots. It does feature the Mustang style bridge, which does rock like a standard Jazzmaster and Jaguar, which can't interfere with intonation obviously, but once you get it set, it's pretty well set. It comes with 942 strings. Most people will put heavier gauge or flat wound strings on these. We're going to try it with these for right now. The tailpiece or tremolo system is mounted in the standard spot. Looks like about a little over an inch gap here between it and the pick guard. Somebody was comparing it on another video to the Player 2 series, I believe, where this is up real close to it. And I think the reason they did that was to help with the down force of the strings, because usually Jaguars and Jazzmasters, you have to shim the neck to get the proper break angle on the bridge to keep it from buzzing or anything, which this type of bridge, these saddles will really help with that. So standard volume and tone. We'll take this apart and look at it too briefly. But yeah, I really like this, and it comes with your 2 Allen wrenches and your trim bar, and this was over the headstock. I don't think there's anything else in there, and just a paper from Squier on it. And I'm also not affiliated or endorsed or anything by Squier. I bought this myself. Like I said, I did order it directly from the Fender website. It's the only place I could find this color in. So if you still can't find it, you may want to check on their website if you're wanting to get this absolutely amazing brown color. Didn't think I'd ever want a brown guitar or anything in brown, but there's something about it. Just like it. It's got the Squier plate. This is a poplar body. It's actually kind of on the heavy side. The shipping weight of this was 11 pounds, so subtract about probably 3 pounds for the shipping material, packing material. They probably give you about your weight on there, give or take a little bit. Not super heavy, but it's definitely not light either. The frets feel good. A lot of the cheaper guitars will feel like you're grinding the frets when you do this. These feel like they've been properly polished, so that's a step in the right direction too. This appears to be not the cheap style 3-way switch. We'll try to check that out too. Alright, so enough talking. Let me go ahead and take this top part of this loose, and we'll check out how these pickups were made and if there's room for the extra switching. Because you never know, if we don't like this, we may want to go with an actual Jaguar setup eventually. So I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but there's something interesting going on with these pickups. And there is no extra routing up here by the upper horn. So in order to do a regular Jaguar setup, you'd have to do some routing. So raise this up. Oops. If you look, you see there is dual magnets, more than likely ceramic, but there's also some type of base plate installed too. You see that brass colored piece. So they're not just standard Strat pickups. Even though they're the same size of Strat pickups as far as I can tell. So it's somewhere in between a Strat pickup and a regular Jaguar pickup. So that makes it even more interesting. Let's see what it sounds like. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the intonation, tune it up, and all that stuff off camera. But let's look at the other controls real quick. Well, again, I'm pleasantly surprised. So if you look, my flashlight work. I'm not sure what brand it is, but it is a regular vintage style 3-way switch, and not the standard cheap box type that always wants to break. So I'm real impressed by that. And if you look at the electronics, there's nothing too special going on here. They are 250K pots. I can see the reflection on this one, so that means they're 250K. 0.022 microfarad. I prefer 47 for most single coil pickups, so that'll definitely make it a little bit brighter. I think most Jaguars have 1 meg ohm pot, so this should be toned down just a hair from a normal Jaguar. So we get this back together, then we'll check it out. And I did want to make a note that the guy's video, I can't remember his name, but if you come across some videos, he's kind of down on this guitar, and he's never, as far as I know at the time of the video, he never had played on one of these. He's a big Jaguar fan, and I understand his points about keeping it true to the vintage specs, but you know, sometimes something different's alright too. And I think I know why they went with Strat style pickups, even though these are slightly different in design. They're still basically Strat pickups. A lot of people like to modify Squiers, including myself, and Strat pickups, there's a lot more variety and options available than there is for Jaguar guitars. So that kind of opens it up for modification potential. So I think that's what it is. And all the fancy switching, a lot of people don't use it nowadays. So if you're a die-hard Jaguar fan, this probably is not going to be for you. This is if you want something cheap but still good and something different. So that's kind of what I went for on this. It's just kind of something different. Alright, so if you noticed, I took the sticker off of it and the plastic off the pickups. That means I'm going to keep it. So really impressed with it. Tremolo system works pretty good. I may eventually bend the bar down just a little bit. I don't like when they're up this high like this. But I'll wait till I decide if I'm going to put a different set of strings on or not, because these are 942 strings. I'm recording this clip right after I did the sound sample, which you seen at the beginning. Really impressed with the way it sounds. Flat wounds are the standard for Jazzmasters and Jaguars. I mean, most of the time it's what people put on them, or just heavier gauge round wounds. So I may end up going with something a little different on that. I'll play it for a while and make sure that's what I want to do. I do like the jangle sound of both pickups worn together with round wounds compared to flat wounds. I really like it. So far there's really nothing I don't like about it. I probably would have preferred the regular Jaguar pickups and to have the switch set up, just because it's a full Jaguar setup, but I can live with this. I like it. These pickups remind me of the Jaguar I used to have. I had a Classic Vibe series from Squier, which had the regular Jaguar pickups, the other Jaguar bridge, and the plate up here, and the three-way, and the 3 switches down here. I sold it when we bought the house. Probably didn't really have to, but I wanted to get a few extra things for the garage, and the vise was one of the things I bought with the money from it, and breaker box. But I always kind of regretted selling it, and this is kind of the next best thing, I guess. But really like the maple fingerboard, and just this collar is what got me. I like to have a Strat in this collar or a Telly. But anyway, this video is getting way longer than I thought it would be, and I don't think there's any more details I was going to talk about. Very impressed with the quality of it, the overall feel. And I did look at the blue Affinity strategy seen in the previous video, and it is made in Indonesia, where this is made in China. Not a critical detail at all to me. Any cheaper guitar is not going to be USA or Mexican made, nothing like that. But for the price of this, it simply cannot be beat. It's an amazing guitar for the price. So well, I'm going to get this video put up as soon as I possibly can. It's Tuesday, July 30th, so hopefully I can get it up by the weekend, and probably a double video weekend. So it'll be this video, then a small engine video too. So I'll go ahead and end this video, and highly recommend getting it. And again, if you're a die-hard Jaguar fan and have to have the switching up here and the regular pickups and the switching down here, this is not for you. But if you want more of a bare bones Jaguar that you can modify and get pickups that are readily available for it, like you could easily put like hot rail style pickups into this, or more conventional Strat pickups, or anything like that. So this is definitely more for modifying, the way I'm looking at this. Definitely not true to vintage spec as far as the pickups and electronics go, but hey, it's something different, and I like it. So alright guys, the video is way longer than I thought it would be, so I'm going to go ahead and end this. If you got any questions or comments or any concerns about one of these before you get it, let me know, and if I can answer it, I'll try to help you out a little bit. I will say this: if you're wanting this collar right now, you're going to have to order directly from Fender on their website. At this time, it's still in stock. It's July 30th. It might be out of stock by the time this video goes up, but all the other places are still pre-order. You might find a few demos floating around on eBay, but you want a brand new one out of the box, you're going to have to order from Fender at the moment. The online dealers do have the Sunburst one available, which is the Indian Royal fingerboard. Black pickguard, I believe, is on it. White pickups. It looks really nice too, but I just like the look of this. So alright guys, we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.